right, so now we're going live. The computer says you're live, but I see that the stream hasn't yet started. However, there's always a delay of 30 seconds. In this meantime, I'm going to ask you all to tell me if you can see me, if you can hear me, and if everything is okay. And if so, then we're going to get started and we're going to make some art and we're going to chat and we're going to, talk about products and whatnot. So let me know, can you hear me or not? Okay, hi Marlena, by the way, hi Marlena, I see you there. Hello, and hi Johan, thank you for watching. Yeah, we have sound, then we are good to go. You can notice that in my back you can see the light. Well, we officially are in spring hour, or what type of hour is it? I don't know, but we still have light. It's awesome outside, although it did rain today, so that wasn't all that awesome. If you're wondering what this is, my awesome headset, but which I need to take off now. I don't actually hear anything on my headset for some reason, so it's okay. So what we're gonna do today, if everybody's on on the line, we're gonna talk about how I decided to make special products. So as you guys know, I showed it in the last video. I received some products. One of them, which is let me see. Oh no, I need to go the other side. One of them is the pillow. You can see it. It's one of my designs. How do I point towards the pillow? Okay, like this I can point. I'm very bad to watching myself in the mirror and do stuff. Okay, so I received the pillow. It looks awesome. But also last time I received stickers and all, and then I realized that I wanted to do more with stickers, and I wanted to do also more maybe stickers and prints and all of that stuff. So I decided to make designs specifically that would fit a sticker mindset. Okay, as in what does that mean? It needs to be small, so I need to be able to do some stickers that are Kiska stickers, so they're on their own a sticker, or stickers that might be part of a larger sticker sheet, right? So I started making some designs. I haven't made all of them. I haven't made with all the flowers. I don't know how to draw or new flowers, but I wanted to show you, and this is what we're gonna do. So I made lots of designs, and I made even some bigger designs that are going to be twofold. I'm gonna use them as a sticker design, but I'm also gonna use them as a print, right? Because they look awesome. But let me show you. So like this will be like an awesome sticker design if I color this in, and it's quite compact. Now the size is my palm size, so it's not A5, it's smaller than A5, it's more half A5 or so. I had lots of this leftover arches watercolor paper, right? So this one you can shrink to this size and it will be nice, right? It will be nice floral arrangement. Then I made a few that are individual. So these small flowers, by the way, these are, I forgot how to call them. How did I call them? They're not primrose, or are they primrose? Okay. I will have to come back to it. I forgot how to call them. And some monstera leaves and different type of leaves. So my plan is to make all sorts of leaves and all sorts of combinations, right? And these are separate elements which I can cut out. After I color them in, I can cut them out. And they can be on a nice sticker sheet, right? The same with this one. Like this one is a singular one. These ones are singular ones. They can be individually on a sticker sheet, and then I can make more. This one is gonna be also awesome. This is a ranunculus. At least my version of the ranunculus. I don't know what your version of the ranunculus is, but this is how I decided to draw it. It's gonna look much better with coloring, trust me, and so on. This was the front side of one of the dahlia flowers that I wanted to have. Of course, I have many sides and many different. I'll show you a different one. These were more like, I was dreaming of more like yellow flowers. Don't know why I thought yellow flowers, but there's some random flowers that are like more like margaritas, Margaret's, yeah. And this was another ranunculus from the side. So these are all the smaller designs which I can start, and I don't even know which one to start. Maybe I should start with I can start with this one, right? But let me show you a little bit the bigger designs that I did. And of course in this live stream we're not gonna be able to finalize everything, but these are the bigger designs, and I have many. I mean, I spent a few days just sketching, so I have many sketches that are gonna be upcoming. But look at this design. This is so nice because it follows like a line like this, and then I can use this one to make like a wreath in Photoshop or Illustrator, or you know, I can make many compositions with it, right? So this is a design that could serve multiple purposes, not only as a sticker design. Okay, and the way I took it is, you see that I made these flowers in different directions, and they kind of follow a line, right? Now this was another flower that I did. You might not notice what type of flower it is, but it's a very funny flower that I got actually on my birthday. A lot of these flowers I drew from the flowers I got on my birthday in March. So I was spending time drawing the flowers, the bouquet that I got. This usually is a very dark red, and then it's surrounded by lots of green. So it's gonna be a nice one. This is a singular flower, but this can be a kiss cut sticker. Could be made very small to be part of a sticker sheet or not. And then I made some more of these flowers, more like a cosmos flower type, and anemone. So this is more like the cosmos. This is more like anemone flower with the anemone leaf that they usually get. So it's a nice arrangement. Could be done as a sticker. I'm not sure. This one I went a little bit too far, maybe. But these are the bigger designs. I'm not gonna do them today. I'm maybe gonna do them on the next live stream or in the meantime. And I have many more ideas, right? So it's amazing how my mind works. Like sometimes I get into this flow of ideas and I want to make a lot of things. So let's start with this one, and then we'll see where we end up. So I want to do this one. I want to do this one. And then maybe this for tonight, and then we'll see where that leaves us. Okay. This one, and the funny part with this one is that you can watch it from different directions. So you can watch it, so you can think of it that it goes like this direction, but if you turn it around, these directions also work, or even like this. So it is a sticker or a place where you can have this in multiple directions. So now, okay, let's talk about colors. What colors would I use? I tend to I want to make things consistent. So if I'm gonna make a bunch of sticker sheets, of course I'm gonna make stickers out of all the potions. So if you don't follow me yet, follow me on Instagram. In the next, let's say 2 to 3 weeks, I'm gonna post all the potions that I have and lots more pictures and lots more interesting things there. So go ahead and follow me on Instagram. Link is in the description or in my channel description. Otherwise I will edit the description afterwards. But I usually like more muted colors for this one. So I'm going to make some other different sticker sheet packages, and I'm going to make different designs with more pastel colors and different watercolors. I mean, I have many different watercolors, many different colors, and I have to get to use them all. Of course, that will be during the year. But for now, these ones I'm going to make with my Graphitint set, and then also the Japanese watercolors, which are the shadow watercolors and the black watercolors. You know, they have shadow tinted, so they are mixed with black, and they're going to be really nice. So this is the ones I'm going to use. Funny part is I'm running out of some of the colors from my Graphitint. I tried to order today a replacement, so I couldn't. Because apparently the shop that I need to order from is in the UK, and they don't deliver anymore to the rest of Europe because of Okay, I'm not gonna what am I doing is I took some water with a pipette and I'm wetting these pans because I want to have them all wet, and it takes a while till they get really nice and creamy, these colors. So I couldn't order the individual pans. So it's so funny that I can order a totally new pan from a Dutch supplier. So with the full 12 colors, which I'm not even using really, I need to start using all of these ones. But if I want to order the individual ones, they only are delivered from the UK, and I can't have them in the Netherlands. So frustrating. Okay, I'm gonna put this one up. I thought it was a good idea for for this. Okay, what brushes do I have? I have some Escoda ones. I have some Da Vinci Red Sable, and some Stilinski number ones. I think for this one I really need a tinier brush, so I'm going to try to do the number 1, see how that goes. If I feel like I need a number 4, I'll go for a number 4, but you know, like, it's in between. So what shall we talk about? Oh yeah, the products. I received many more products. These were part of my testing of manufacturers and testing dropshipping. You might wonder, like, Claudia, why don't you make your prints and so on yourself? I don't know, I think for the beginning I have the ability to do so. Okay, I'm going to do this green, because I don't know what people would like to buy, what not. You know, you have to make a commitment. Like, if you order something, if you order prints, it's of course cheaper to order when you order like 100 prints up, like 100 or 500 prints. The question is, you know, how many of those will be left, and what happens if you don't? I mean, this kind of investment it's pretty big for me at the moment. So what I prefer to do is do drop shipping. However, I also don't want to do drop shipping with products or companies that are not to my standard, so to say. So I ordered, for example, phone cases. I ordered from one company. It arrived. The printing of the design was perfect, as in, you know, it looked perfect. However, I was using the phone case for my iPhone, and it was very hard to use. It was a biodegradable phone case, right? So that's a plus. However, it's not the soft plastic that I'm used to. So these are the things that I'm looking for. So you know, people are asking me, like, when are you going to open the shop and so on. I'm going to have to make some decisions. So some things I'm going to have to take from a different manufacturer, and some things I'm going to have to do. We are realizing now that we might need to do, like, things like the stickers, we might actually need to take and do them ourselves, as in either make a big order and order all of them to have them and us sending it, which will mean that we need to start figuring out how to send things from home, which we're not doing. And why am I saying this? Like, if you're using dropshipping for stickers, unless it's going to take some time. We noticed that for all our products, okay, I can understand that it's a t-shirt or other stuff, might take some time, right? But for some of our products, it took 2 weeks to arrive. So, you know, that might be okay for some people. But we are thinking of it. I'm still waiting for the sticker mule stickers to arrive to compare the quality. And I don't know if they're gonna be much like super duper quality compared to the Printful or Printify. We'll see. If I see that that's a bigger quality, then maybe I'll go with that one. So this is the status of the shop, and I know that some people are like, oh yeah, but you can just start and you can start an Etsy shop and so on. I don't want to jump into anything, to be honest. I want to make sure that even if I'm doing dropshipping, they are products that I am willing to use and I'm willing to purchase, right? Like if I don't like how the prints look like, I'm not going to do them by that company, because I want to also be proud of what I'm doing, right? And you might ask, why don't you do the prints yourself? It's a very simple question. It's a very simple answer. It's because I'm not willing to, and I don't have the money to invest in a very good printer or anything. I mean, I do have my silhouette up there. I could technically cut stuff. I could technically cut things, but in order to invest in a printer and everything, I mean, I'm already investing a lot in other things. You need a little bit of a, let's put it this way, a little bit of some extra cash on hand. So I'm just not willing to do so, not in the current economic situation. But I do believe that dropshipping is the way to start a business like this. And I think more people are using it than they let know. And I think it will be fine. It's amazing how this brush, which is a number 1, holds more water in it than my number 4. Like, it's amazing how that works. Okay. I'm gonna deepen the colors. So Johan has found a way to cut the designs really nicely. So he's been working almost non-stop in the last few weeks to cut all the designs and to make them pretty. Which is nice that he's helping me, because I don't think I would have had the time. Usually when you're starting your small business or things like this, you would have the time to, spend your entire time on the business. However, I'm also working full time. So, I only have the time to make the content. I only have the time to make the artwork and to do the live streams. I currently not necessarily have even the time to go about and do things like add voiceover to my videos that I filmed so many of them. So, because I'm busy creating the product. So this is kind of the things that you need to take into account when you're starting. It's not as easy as it sounds. Just start, and then in the first month you're gonna be successful and things are gonna go your way and everything, right? And maybe, just maybe, I'm not doing it right? It could be. You never know. It could be that I'm not doing it right. But this is as much as I know how to do for now. And I also want to, it's so funny that I have maybe 2 goals. And one of the goals is, of course, improving on my art. Because I'm really want to improve, and I really want to learn how to draw many more flowers and many more compositions. I am not the person that is going to be necessarily only posting the same type of flower over and over again. Like there's some accounts out there like, I know how to draw roses and that's the only thing that I will draw. And it's like, okay. Have a little bit of a, I don't know. And I know that this goes against anything that you are being taught about. It's so weird. Anything that you are being taught about Instagram and YouTube, where, oh, you have to be consistent, you have to post the same stuff over and over again, just so that the people can recognize your style and recognize you. And I'm not sure I'm that kind of person. Maybe this is a mistake that I'm doing, but I do want to increase, and I don't want to, say, oh, I found my niche, like this is what people like and this is what I'm gonna draw, because that's gonna maybe lead me to a sort of a burnout in the end. If you think about many girls that I was watching, and that they have stopped their YouTube because they're like, yeah, I am very successful here. However, I don't really improve on my art, and I don't really improve on my what I wanted to draw. Like they couldn't do all the stories that they want and all the cool things, because people had expectations like, oh, I only draw witches with hats and stuff, and I only draw only draw this type of flowers. And I think that's very limiting when you're thinking about it. And if this is what gets promoted by the algorithm, then I'm going to do my best to fight against it, because it's not something that I believe in, right? I mean, sure, artists will have a style, and my style might be this or might be different, but doesn't mean that I will stick to the same thing over and over again. That just sounds like a recipe for disaster, so to say. You have to also enjoy what you do. I mean, I don't necessarily view this as a job. I view it as also part of my hobby, and I want it to be enjoyable. So that's why I'm doing this. For the people that are asking themselves what happens to these products that we got as a test, we're probably going to send it to our mothers. Some of them, they're going to be coming. So mothers, I know you are out there and you're going to watch us. You're going to have some stuff coming your way. Why? Because, well, I want to make the mothers happy, and they're going to really enjoy like a funny pillow or some coasters and stuff. And anyway, they're not finalized products, so somebody will have to have them. It's gonna be fun. It's going to be fun, yes. So that was about it on that subject. I'm really not liking this number 1. It has way too much water. Like, I prefer the number 4 from Escoda, because it's much drier. I know it's weird. The number 4 maybe is not as precise as the number 1, but I'm really not enjoying that one. When you're fighting. Oh, okay. Hi, Marlena. Marlena is also waiting for something to come her way in the post, is it? Now, we need to think about what will be some nice colors for this. I haven't thought about, what happens? I haven't thought about color combinations, so this is the weirdest part. I think this one I want to make it with a little bit of pink, so maybe I'll do this shadow pink here, and I'm going to shift these palettes left and right because I'm just testing things out. And of course there's lots of kitty cat hair. My cat is sleeping on the heating there because I turned on the heating. It was pretty cold today and it did rain. I mean, although it's kind of like spring, but it's not really that warm. It's like only 10 degrees outside. That's not that much. Luckily it's not freezing, but you know, so I need to be very careful here. And I'm gonna add some color, and then I'm gonna come in. You know, I saw some people do very fancy stuff, like having 2 or 3 brushes, and they would switch around and have one brush with a clean water and one brush that they would put in the color. I don't have that much dexterity to be able to do that, so I won't, but you know, this is still okay. I see that, you know, it kind of dripped into the green here, but that's fine. It's gonna look really nice. So I'm gonna make this one like this pinkish, and then I'm gonna use some reds, and I'm just wondering if a blue would work for one of the flowers. With these Japanese watercolors, you don't need to take a lot of color on your brush, because it's very concentrated. It's a bit opaque watercolor, pretty much like a gouache would be, just a little bit lesser. It's not that creamy as a gouache, I would say. So you have to be careful to not take too much color on your brush. So, you know, we'll be fine. And on the designs of these ones, I made these designs actually, interestingly enough, on my sketchbook. And I have many more, because I think I spent one full night doing only sketchbook stuff, and I think I had like 30 designs or so I haven't yet finalized everything. I haven't yet done everything. So, you know, there's many more designs in there that I did, and I had a separate sketchbook that I did some designs with some girls and flowers. I really want to continue doing my girls, let's say, watercolors, but you know, that's gonna take some time. So I need to also be careful that I don't spend my entire time only doing this. Like, I do want to spend some time with my family, namely my husband, because I think that if we go, I mean, I can go full-blown workaholic here. Don't get me wrong, I can do that. I can be a full-blown workaholic when it comes to this part, but then it's not really what I want. I want to be able to enjoy life, and I want to be able to enjoy things with my husband, even though right now we can't go anywhere, right? So it's not like we can do, but I want to enjoy a movie. We can watch some series together. I want to enjoy some cooking together. The little things that I want to enjoy in life. And why am I saying that? So this week a lot of things happened, and of course I had some family members that were in hospital with the virus, and that was my brother. And I also had an auntie that unfortunately did not survive because of this disease. And I realized that I don't want to have any regrets at the end. You know, like I don't know what can happen. I don't know where will it come from, or, you know, things like that. I just don't want to, I don't want to spend all my time working, or all my time doing either art or whatever, because you never know what happens. You never know when you're gonna get sick. You never know when you're not gonna be there. And then I didn't want to have, and I still don't want to have any regrets. And yeah, I do want to spend my time playing with my cats, playing with my husband, and doing stuff. And doing art on the side, of course, because, you know, that's also something that I enjoy. But I'm not going to go full-blown workaholic kind of style here. It's not worth it. Seeing so many people lose their battles in this pandemic has made me realize that, you know, all of these worries and things that we have and wants and fame and everything, it's pretty meaningless if you're thinking about it, because what's going to be useful for if you can't enjoy it. So I'm going to enjoy myself and I'm going to do stuff. It's pretty hard to get out of the workaholism mentality because I've been pushing myself really hard in the last couple of weeks, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to, you know, continue and take it one step at a time. I don't have to be perfectionist in this, right? I can be 70% into this and still deliver quite some nice results. I'm loving how the colors work very well together. And this is why it's nice to use colors from the same palette. So these are the shadow colors. The shadow pink and the shadow purple. Okay. Some people have asked if I am an artist, and that was an interesting conversation that I had, because apparently I wasn't considering myself not necessarily an artist or anything, but then I came to the realization that actually I am. I always had this weird impression of artists, what they needed to do to be an artist or to create art, and I always thought that it had deep meaning, and I didn't enjoy some of my artist friends that I had that they're always trying these abstract things, and they're always trying this weird art, and they're like, oh, we are artists and you're not because you're just drawing flowers. And I'm like, yeah, wait a minute. Yes, indeed, I am just drawing flowers, but it's not as bad as it sounds in a way, right? It's not nothing to be ashamed of or anything. So this is my art. This is how I express myself, right? I always dreamed of flowers, and I always dreamed of all sorts of bouquets, and I dream in scenes, and these scenes can be seen as more complicated or not, right? But it's always been like the garden at the center, and flowers give me peace, and this is why my art gives me peace. And I have it helps me get past the really difficult times, and I think this is what art should mean for many of us. It's not a certain type of art, because each person does a totally different art. I was watching some videos. Some person was doing like some string art. So they were winding a string to make a portrait using also a computer. That's art, right? It doesn't mean to be abstract or anything, right? Whatever you do and whatever calms you down and whatever you consider as art, I think it's art. And you are an artist because you are creating something. You are creating something out of nothing. And even if you would just color in, so the inkers think about all the people that work as inker on this manga and anime shows and cartoons, right? There's always a person that does the line art, and there's always a person that comes in and does the coloring, and they're always working tandem. Are those people that do the coloring of a masterpiece? Like, think about all the Miyazaki movies, right? Miyazaki and the studio Ghibli. Like, the person that inks stuff and that colors things and that makes the color scheme and the color team is as important as the person that did the line art or did the scene composition or anything. You can't tell them, no, you're not an artist. No, you're not whatever, right? Because it doesn't work like that. We are artists. We are creating art, and we are creating ways of expression, and people will see this and they will feel something when they see this. And this is the most important part of your art. Like, do people feel something when they see your art? Also, and even if it's just you, I believe it's still true. I know, controversial topic. Why do I do this on a Sunday evening? Make it more controversial than it should be. I actually wanted to add some red into the yellow. I really love the graphite ones. I'm just hoping that we can start ordering the pens, the individual pens, also here in the Netherlands or anywhere else. Although they're not that expensive that you would say, oh my goodness, what if I need to buy a totally new pen? But I believe it's to be quite wasteful in a way. So it would be nice if they would do that. So the rent, if you're watching this, please get your stuff together and start sending things to Europe. I think you had enough time to figure out how to deal with Brexit and all the other stuff. Please. Okay. I've said my piece. I've kicked them enough to say, so to say. What color should I do for this other one? So I have the red, black, or have blue. This is going to be interesting. Or I can do even a different pink. So I can do this pink. Let me make sure that this is the pink that I'm imagining it is. No, that's not the pink. No. Man, what's that pink? That's not pink. That's this red, but pretty much lesser concentrated. Okay. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna pick up the red. Yeah, that's the red, lesser concentrated. You didn't see what I did is I was trying out different colors. So I'm going to have to pick up this red here, do it in here, and do it way lesser concentrated than the normal red by adding water. So let's see how that will go. Okay. I kind of like not having the big, because I'm not using that much water. I'm quite enjoying not having the big and bulky wooden panel behind it, because it's not going to curl up. This is, I'm not using that much water that it requires everything to curl up. So it's fine from this respect. And then I can much easily turn the paper around, which really helps when you're drawing things. So On another order of ideas, I reached, I think, 1,000 subscribers on Instagram. So somewhere next week, I will try to do a live stream on Instagram as well, because I keep doing live streams here and they're all nice. It would be cool to do a live stream there, just to thank all of you that are also following me here, that you guys are following me on Instagram as well. I find that Instagram and YouTube, they evoke different sentiments in me. On YouTube, I almost always want to be perfect for some reason, and then I have so many videos that I could post, but I don't want to post them because, you know, I'm a perfectionist and I want everything to be super perfect, and then I just let it stew in there and not do anything. And on Instagram, I feel like I can post every day, and some days are not so great, some days are kind of okay-ish, and I don't know, I can be maybe more free. It could be that it's just in my head. It could be that I'm just making this bigger deal than it is, and I should just post and not really care about anything. I just, like, for some reason I don't necessarily feel confident enough. So I just might need to ask somebody to poke me a little bit. I'm gonna deepen some of these petals. Let's see how that goes. Okay, it goes okay. The funny part is that the Japanese colors and the graphite tint have almost the same color scheme, and they layer nicely together because graphiting kind of sits on top of everything and really deepens the color, and the other Japanese are a little bit more going inside the paper, staining the paper. So you can definitely layer them on top, and that's going to be super nice. I'm going to do that one with some more pink from here. This is the port pink. And I really like these muted colors and these muted things. And I'm just going around and spreading the color. I'm hoping that this one has finalized in a little bit drying out, or not yet. We're gonna see how we can deepen this one. Okay, how is everybody? How was your week? That's what I wanted to know, because in the end I'm treating you all as a community, and I'm just hoping your week was fantastic, and also the end of the weekend was nice. I cannot say my week was super fantastic because of the family situations, but I still enjoyed some of the days and the weather and everything. And I also, well, because of all of this, I also took some days off because of all the family. I took also the Friday off. I had lots of days left because we didn't go anywhere, so I could do that. And I took also next week off, first of all because it's Easter. We all forgot about Easter, but Easter is still happening. So I took a longer weekend on Easter. It was good that I did take these days off, like this Friday off, because I managed to actually sleep a little bit, and I'm feeling much more rested. Let's put it this way. This is the main reason why I wanted to take off. And it's okay if I take just 1 day or 2 days, nobody minds. People are quite understanding, I would say, from work. So yeah, me and a colleague, we decided to kind of swap some days. Like, I'll take care of his work while he's away, and he can take also free while I'm staying, right? So this is how we do it. Yeah, and so far so good. It works perfectly. Dun, 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 dun. Let me see how powerful is this green. I wanted to deepen up some of the leaves. Let's see if I can manage to do so. What's the hardest part to deal here is that I can't. In the past, I always said, "Oh, to visit my family, it's just 1 airplane away." That's what I always said. It's 1 airplane away. It's not that much. It's just 3 hours in the plane, and I'll be back. So it didn't feel like I was so far away. But now, because I cannot travel anymore, or if I travel, I'll have to quarantine for like infinity. I don't know. It does feel like they are so far away. So I cannot wait for everybody to, get their vaccine and all of this stuff to, be better. So, I can visit my family, and we can have some fun together. I'm going to add, I still haven't decided what to do in the middle, but I'm going to start adding some dots of color. Oh yeah, my husband took one of the designs and he actually posted it on his own Instagram, and he did it in his style. Like, his style is always black and white, so he's always going to just use black and stuff, which is very funny. And yeah, he posted it. This is really nice how it can turn out. Kind of inspires me to do this draw it in your style kind of challenges. It's really nice how it turned out. And I'm going to do this middle with red. Dum dum dum. So we've been having fun. Let's put it this way. It's not like we are not having fun. Okay, that one was not dry at all. I should find something that is more dry. This one. Okay. Later on we're gonna do those ones. I can always go to my next flower while this one dries, and then I can fiddle with this, because I feel like it needs a little tiny bit more pizzazz. Okay. Oh yeah, and another worry I have is that I have so many ideas. It's so funny. I have so many ideas and they keep coming, but I don't have enough time to work on them, and I'm afraid the ideas is gonna go away, and then I'm gonna forget about it. I was like, no. Okay. Yeah, this looks okay. This looks nice. This is a warm-up, huh? One of the warm-ups, but it's still nice. Nice design. Now, which one should we do? Let's do this one first, and then we do that one. Okay. This one's it's gonna be pretty red, and I want to use the reddish black here. Yes. Okay. This particular is a rose. It's called Rosa Moesi, and it's really nice red, really nice burgundy red. I don't have a burgundy red in this kind of thing, but you know, we'll do what we can. The way I saw it is, it has these spots where the color is really thin, and some spots where the color is really pronounced. So I'm going to try to look this one. This is where I'm taking my artistic license. Woohoo! And artistically just utilize it like this. Definitely in real life, this type of rose will be much more red, as in the red will be super. Oh, one of my cats has come, and he has this toy, this kind of how do you call that? There's this cardboard contraption where they sharpen their nails. It's like a bed made of cardboard, and they're really enjoying it. So he just woke up. He slept the whole day. No, he went away. I don't know where he went. He slept the whole day. Huh? His name is Hop, and he's a Roscoe. So let's see. He might decide, because he usually decides to just come on my desk. So he might just decide to do so. Which is fun in a way, not fun in another way, because he has a tendency to eat everything on my desk, from my pencil to everything else. Brushes, the watercolors. He likes to really eat the watercolors and really chew on them, which is a bit of a problem if you're thinking about it, because they could be toxic, and like a kitty cat should not be eating watercolors. You don't want to up the toxicity. Okay, I did a few. Okay, let me try this other one. Okay. What's the situation in my garden? Since I don't have many topics to talk about except my garden. The hyacinths are in full bloom. The narcissus are also in full bloom, so that's nice. The lilac has just have its first leaves, so no flowers yet, but I suspect that will come. The tulips, they have the little tulips. They're very tiny, but they are not yet in full bloom. So I suspect that will come. But for some reason, there's this unusual cold spell coming. And I think they're just waiting for their time when it's going to be nicer. So I suspect at the end of the week, because this week we're going to also have like close to 20 degrees in one of the days. I suspect that that's when they're gonna, you know, decide, okay, now I'm going to go and bloom and be super nice and so on. So I suspect that's when they're gonna turn out, which is nice because I love tulips. Tulips are my favorite ones. So I'm going to add different shades of red, right? I'm going to add the red from this one, from the graphite, because that's a much brighter red, and I'm going to mix these colors to make this flower really nice and pop. So for now, this is just the first layer, and it's so funny because the first layer always looks really weird. The first layer always looks wonky and not nice. When I first started with watercolors, interestingly enough, I thought that I could just do everything from one layer. I could just do all the awesomeness, right? All the awesome designs that I wanted, and all it took was one layer. I was sorely mistaken, because sometimes you need 5, 6, 7 layers just to get anything. So yeah, don't get sidetracked by this, because yeah, it's really not. Watercolors take time, man. Watercolors take time to do and to watercolor and to, you know, get better at. And they require time, because it's time consuming to do this stuff. It's really time consuming. Like, look at us. We are here 1 hour in, and I thought I'm going to do 3 of the designs, but we're just 1 hour in. I don't see how we're gonna do that. I'm gonna come with a white gel pen, and then I'm going to whiten everything up, so don't worry. But I really wanted to give it a 2 to 3 colors to this flower, because this is such a nice flower. It looks a little bit like a Tudor rose, right? In a way. So, yeah. This looks really nice, and I'm gonna do on the other side with a little bit of yellow, just to see how that looks. And I keep making this rubbing motion. That's because, like, it dries out in a very weird way, and maybe I need to buy those. There's some special sponges, like the magic sponge or something, that eliminates these hard edges from a watercolor painting, and I think I'm gonna buy some. But until then, I need to use my brush to eliminate these hard edges. And it's not that, like, in some paintings they look really nice, and some painters, some watercolor artists, they leave the structure and the hardness of it inside, and that's okay to do so, if that's the look you're going for. I'm not going for that look. I like my things to be smooth, or as smooth as possible, and I know that that's not always possible, but I'm doing my best to smooth things out, so it looks more like how I want it. Okay, this looks nice. Let me see if this green will look also nice. Yeah, this is slate green, it's called, so it's a green blue, which is really nice and really works very well with these colors. I'm gonna do that one with the slate green, and I'm gonna do this middle one with the slate green. And if you're wondering, did I do any color sketches in advance? No, I did not. And maybe I should have, but I just want to see how things go. I don't like planning too much in advance because planning takes a lot of time. And I honestly don't have all that time in the world to do the proper planning. Okay, and this is gonna be a darker green, also looks wonderful on this combination. And I'm going to warm it up more by doing some yellow in the flower and bring in some more yellow into it. That will really warm things up and make things really interesting. I'm really hoping that I'm centered here. You can see what I'm doing. And yep. And I'm gonna use this other color also here. These are 3 colors, so I just tend to make them more symmetrical. Okay. Let's see how adding some more yellow warms these things up. If it even does. Yeah, it's gonna warm it up. It's gonna be nice. You don't want your color to be super flat whenever you're doing something, because it's gonna be really not looking nice if it's gonna be super flat. The color, it needs to have depth. It needs to have different color combinations, and using glazing you can make even more colors and even different weird things happening here, because you're glazing on top things and you're just mixing colors. And it's one thing to mix colors on your palette, and another thing is to mix colors when they're on the paper, right? Okay, I did the center more with yellow, so I'm trying to spread around the yellow. I haven't decided yet what to do with middle, but I will do some of these things here. Dun dun dun. I think I could also make some man, why am I not patient enough to let things dry? I think I should just let things dry. Okay, let's just let things dry properly before we ruin it. Okay, we'll do these ones now. Which colors do I want? I'll do one that starts with yellow and I add red on top of it, and then I'll do another one that starts with maybe a purplish and then goes into more red. See how that goes. These are not your typical red berries. Let's be clear. This is my own interpretation of what these ones look like. Okay? And this is how I interpret them to be. gonna have to let it dry a bit. And then this one, we're gonna start with this pink, which is a port. And when that one dries, maybe we can go back to the previous one to add things. And then when this one dries, I'll add the dots and everything else. This is so nice. I just realized that they probably have a, or maybe they don't have a French website, their event guys. I'm just in the back of my mind, I'm trying to figure out how I can order the stuff without to bypass the Brexit things. And I'm like, I don't know. How do I do that? How do I bypass Brexit? And I'm thinking, do they have a French website or an Italian website where I could order from? Because I understand both French and Italian and I can read it and it's okay. I mean, I ordered from Japan, so I'll be fine with French or Italian. But I'm just wondering whether or not they even have one. So I don't know. But yeah, we'll see. It's not even empty and I'm already worrying about it. It's so weird. Why am I too much worrying about it? Okay. Oh, cheers. Don't know if you guys heard that. Somebody sneezed. Somebody sneezed. It wasn't me. I'm innocent. I'm always innocent on this stuff. So I did. These are really nice berries. I like this one. This will fit really these colors. In a way, I'm also trying out colors, right? If you're watching this and thinking, what's happening and so on, I'm trying colors. Don't get upset. Don't get like, this is how I create also my library. And to be honest, I am ensuring that I'm always working theoretically when I am doing these live streams. Why do I like live streams so much more, I wonder? I am so confused right now as to why I like live streams so much. Maybe because on a filmed speed paint, it's sometimes hard to think about what you're gonna talk about. And then it becomes something extra that you need to do. Could be. Yeah, these colors are really awesome. Okay, I'm going to do some more of the red. I'm gonna touch it. Man, it's not yet dry. It's not yet dry. I can't do it. Okay, I'm going to let this one dry. Look at how beautiful the yellow with the red is. It's so pretty. And this one, they're all so pretty. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the other one because this one actually dried out. So then I can add my signature moves, which is some dots and stuff. And white gel pen and different things, right? So Okay. I'm going to add some more of this. And I think I'm gonna do a series of stickers with just peonies and anemones. That would be cool, because they're my favorite ones. And then I'm gonna do different types. By the way, I've decided what to. So I needed to decide on some objects, like what objects will I do, because just flowers sounds like boring. I really like the potions because it was a potion with a flower. But I've decided on the objects I'm gonna use. Anything ranging from crystals to Johan says thank you. Crystals to teapots and other stuff, like teapots and keys, and that's gonna be super nice. Okay, so I added stuff to this one, and now let's see if this other one, do I think it's dried enough? Yeah, I think so. Let me grab my white gel pen. I should have done this before. I should have done this way before. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. We're gonna add some red dots. Okay. And on this one, let's see if we can add a dark yellow dot. Okay. Then we're gonna use a white gel pen to really whiten everything up. So let's actually do the middle white, and then all of this stamen that I did here, I think I want them to be also super white. So these are the little things that you can do to make your design really pop at the end, right? This is why I say watercolors. I mean, unless you do the really loose watercolors, even then you need at least 2 or 3 layers. Unless you do the really loose watercolors, when you do this kind of illustrated one, you should say to yourself, it's going to take a while and it's okay, right? Okay, yeah, that I did. Let's do this other one. I'm sometimes thinking if I should mask these ones. Maybe that would be something. But masking takes even longer time, so we're just going to pretend that this is okay, and it's okay. Like I always say, don't do 100%, man. Don't do 100%. Though 100% is gonna be a recipe for disaster, because that's really going to make you not wanna do stuff. So I'm looking for a pen. I'm looking for my Micron pen. What did I do? Did I put it back? Could be that I put it back. I'm gonna take a 03. I don't remember what I did with my Micron pen. I just want to add some more details, and I just want to add like some dots and stippling, because I really enjoy it. and I'm gonna add it with the black pen. These are part of my design. These are part of my things, and I'm okay with adding them. Do you guys think that, I mean, painting realistic flowers is one thing, but I think I enjoy more this type of flowers because they don't have to be super realistic. They just have to give the impression of flowers, right? Okay. That's why I'm adding stuff. And when they're gonna be a sticker, they're gonna be much smaller. So that's gonna be looking okay. Okay. For now, this is how much I managed to do. So 1 hour and 20 minutes. I managed to do only 2 of these ones, right? I had planned to do the last one as well. The question is, should I or should I not? Should I? What do you guys think? Should I do it now? Or should I do it next time? Are you ready for some more stuff? Let's try. Awesome. Somebody says awesome. Really awesome. I actually want to do 2 things. This one I want to do 3 different, so pinkish, bluish, yellowish, and let's see how that goes. Pink. Which one do I have as pink? This palette, shadow pink. So there's 2 ways of doing this. Either you start at the center and make the center really the hardest hit, and then you spread it around, and then the tips of the petals are gonna be very light. So let's try that one. Marlena says it's awesome and beautiful. Ooh, thank you. How's the weather where you are, Marlena? Did it rain today? This looks really nice. It's, yeah, but I'm going to deepen the colors. Don't worry, but it already looks really nice. I need to see and wait to see how it dries out. Okay, because I have no idea. So I said this one blue. Let's do blue. By the way, these flowers, and I knew how to call them. Now I don't. These flowers are many colors. Oh. Oh, okay. Apologies. Apparently, I'm also sneezing. We are a sneezy family. So there are many different colors, from pinks to white even, green, yellow. I know they're not the jasmine flower. They look like the jasmine flower. Cheers. Oh, thank you, Ohan. They look like the jasmine flower, but they're not a jasmine flower. But they look very similar to it. And don't know why I forgot how to call them. I'll remember. When I don't need the information anymore, that's when I'll remember. That's how it goes. I'm gonna be like, do you need to know how to call these ones? Yeah, sure. And then a year later, I'll remember how to call them. But I mean, these tiny ones will be so nice on their own. But then with the leaves that I'm gonna do, you know, we can make them in packs, and then we can make some nicer compositions. Like, it doesn't have to be only this. And the shadow pink is really nice. And the last one is gonna be a yellow one, but we're gonna do the other way around. We're gonna do the tips yellow and towards this part lesser yellow. So let's see if we can manage that. Okay. Is this what a primrose is being called? Oh, why don't I remember how this one is being called? It's actually pretty easy to draw. You just have to make a star. If you know how to make a star, then you know how to make this one. It's that simple. Maybe I need to make some videos about how to draw these ones. And by that time, I can remember what the name of the flower is. Okay, so you can see how different it is from the other ones, because the other ones are more concentrated in the middle, and I'm going to deepen and deepen the colors, right? This is what I'm talking about. Start light and deepen the color, add more and more, okay? Because you don't wanna go too deep or too dark from your first layer, because then you can't do anything if you do that. And ta-da. Will this be okay? It will always dry out lighter, so I think it will be fine. But they will be so nice to have in totally different colors. Maybe I need to make a sheet of only these flowers in 5 different positions, and each of them on a row, and then each row totally different color. So then I have enough so I can make whatever I want. That will be an interesting. But the question is, for me, would it be boring? Probably yes. Super boring. Dun, dun, dun. So next week is Easter. What we're gonna do, we're probably going to bake a cake. There's always there always need for a cake. And this is how we're gonna do this. Okay. What cake will it be? I don't know. I haven't decided yet. We can choose from the following: carrot cake, cheesecake, vanilla with cream, and chocolate. And we can also do chocolate with fruits. That would be nice. I have some prunes. Those prunes will be awesome on top of a cake. You can do stuff with caramel and so on. Yeah, you never know. So I haven't decided. It might be that I decide on multiple cakes, because why not? We should be able to do multiple cakes. It's Easter after all. We have a few days free. So a longer weekend. So that's nice. Okay. The question is not what we're gonna eat, is what we're gonna binge watch, because we're gonna have time on our hands to binge watch stuff, and it's gonna be awesome. Don't you think? So ooh, I'm hearing a very loud plane. I haven't heard such a big plane in a very long time. That is weird. Johan wants all of them. Okay, you want all the cakes. Okay, that's gonna be interesting. Okay, I'm gonna leave these ones alone for a bit to dry out, and I'm going to try to do the leaves. And I'm starting with yellow green. Okay, I think it's gonna be easier if I draw like this. When I pull the pencil away from my body, it's easier than when I pull the pencil the other way around. Don't know if you guys noticed it. I did. So with this kind of designs, I can make many combinations, and they can be also just as individual elements on a sticker sheet, which is why they're so nice, right? Because then we can have something with only leaves. I made a drawing. I think I made around 20 different types of leaves, and there was things like sage and herbs, basically. So I tried to do like many different types of herbs and many different types even of eucalyptus and so on, and I did draw them because I wanted to learn the shape. But I'm going to use those ones I'm going to do them on a very big piece of watercolor, all of them. so that we can mix and match, right? It would be nice to mix and match. And I also need some different things. Monstera leaves are very interesting. You're gonna have to add some red as well, probably. Let's see. Red and yellow and other colors. Monstera leaves are actually much... no, it's not this one. Maybe it's this shadow green. Let me try. Yeah, this shadow green. I'm gonna come on top of it. It's okay. While it's still wet, you can come on top of any color and it'll be fine. It needs to be a bit darker color and more bluish. And then I'm gonna see how that goes. And these are some of my first Monstera leaves. I don't usually do Monstera leaves. They are much more complicated because the asymmetry of the holes, and I'm not very good at making things asymmetrical. And I'm very much concentrated where I'm doing here. Okay. For those of you who are just joining and haven't been since the beginning, what we've discussed is me wanted to do many different sticker sheets and having designs specifically for that, not making an illustration and then trying to make some stickers out of that illustration, because an illustration is usually only for a print, maybe, right? It looks good for a print, but it's very hard to make one illustration do many different things. Okay. This is one of the Monstera leaves. Looks really nice. I'm wondering if I should add some yellow by the edges here. Does that give it a different edge? I wonder. Yeah. It maybe gives it a bit of a spunk. That's nice. When you see somebody doing some really cool stuff on their Monstera leaves, is because they have them blown up like super big, and then you can do all this kind of like dropping water and dropping stuff and you know, watching things. So I'm going to try this Monstera leaf to do it differently. So not with that color. I'm going to take these other colors. And I think I'm gonna add red to this Monstera leaf. The other one I did some yellow, and then this one I'm gonna add some red. That's gonna be what's giving it the edge. Okay. Tam tam tam. Okay. Yeah, this looks good. I'm gonna do the other part of the leaf, and then, you know, I'm gonna call it a day. So If you have any questions you want to ask me, now it's the time to ask before I go away. No? I was thinking probably I'll wanna do the Instagram live on Friday, because Friday I have free and then I can do it during my afternoon. And I think that would be a cool thing to do. So I'm dropping in some red here and there. Some places it's really nice, and some places really interesting. I mean, the only reason why on Monstera leaves you have this round thingies is because of the sun damage. The leaves receive, the leaves gets burned, right? So it stands to reason that there's multiple colors in the leaf, because although majority of the leaf will be green, because of the sun damage, right? Different parts of the leaf get damaged. And maybe I'll actually do that for all my leaves from now on. I'll combine 2 totally different colors and see what comes out of it, if it's anything interesting or not. Okay, now this one, I wanna have some more of the yellow. Not everywhere, but some parts. And I'm considering now if I should add actually on this one here also some red, just to break that color down. That would be something interesting to try out, because these are quite tiny, and because okay, it will take me time, but theoretically it will take me 1 to 1.5 hours to redo them. Then I think I'm entitled of doing some different things here. Yeah, this looks much better. This will become soon my 2 favorite color combinations. Okay, I'm gonna smooth some things here, and then I'm really calling it a day. I want to smooth this pink here. And I want to try a different type of pink. Let me see if I can use this pink from Graphident on some of the petals to give it more gravity. This is a shadow because there's this petal that's on top of it, right? So all the time the petals are going to be on top of it, and I just wanted to see if I could, with a slightly darker shades, do basically the shadow of the petal here. So it will be here, around, and here, and also here a little bit. So I'm playing with shadows, and I think they're fine. This petal sits on top of everything, so this is gonna be in shadow. Look how big of a difference if you add the shadows correctly makes. It's really amazing. Okay, I think I need to do kind of very similar to the blue one. Okay, let me see. What type of blue should I do? More of an indigo blue. Actually, I had an idea that I wanted to do. I wanted to do kind of a galaxy with this graphite. See if it works. So I want to do here and here and also here and this entire part. So let's see how that goes. I think this will go also perfect. You see, you only need to add the shadows, man. And then you don't even need any other stuff like white gel pen and whatnot. And the only reason why I'm saying this is because it's probably gonna be also very tiny because you're gonna make it as a sticker. So you just need the hints of stuff to look like that, right? Okay, does that mean that I need to add some of the shadows here on the yellow one with some red? I'm gonna try here. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. If it works, then I think it works. I think it works. So I'm gonna do the red. You need to make it super blended in, because that's the way you can add a really nice shadow. So I'm super blending it in. I'm adding lots of water because that's gonna give it the nice edge. Okay, the last one, and then I'm going to say goodbye for tonight. That's really nice. Oh, did I forget this one? Okay. These look really nice. I really like this one and this one. These two are amazing. Also the yellow on this leaf and this one with the red looks amazing. I think they're gonna be nice. I like these ones as well, and this one as a tiny composition is really nice, and this one will be really nice extra elements, and this will be a really nice extra, just a nice sticker. Okay, that was it for now. I really enjoyed tonight. It's almost close to 2 hours. Okay, minus 15 minutes. It's okay. Thank you so much for those of you who have watched me so far. This is Sunday evening. I wish you all a wonderful night coming, and like the most awesome week that you could have. I hope that the weather holds with you, and that's gonna be nice. I see you back here on, let's say, Wednesday, and we're gonna do another live stream. Please don't forget to subscribe. If you like it, give it some likes. It really helps if you give a like and if you leave a comment, because then more people will see this. Thank you so much.